Hi everybody, Mike from Usually Broken Cars, and today I'm going to show you how to get your valve cover, cam cover, rocker cover, whatever you want to call it, looking better than new. I'm going to show you how to refurb it. Let's get into it. I'm going to use my 924 as a demo car to show you how to restore your valve cover. So we'll start by removing the 10mm bolts that are around the edge of the valve cover, and once we've got them off, from there we can then clean it up and we'll go on from there. There you go, one valve cover. Right, so valve cover's off, so it's a perfect opportunity to inspect the actual valve train inside the head here. So we've got, you can see the actual camshaft, and it does appear to be a little bit of wear on some of the lobes, which is a little concerning, but it drives fine, so I'm not overly worried. And then, yeah, so valve cover's off. The inside looks clean, there's not loads of gunk in it, which is nice, but it is absolutely filthy, as you can see. So we're gonna go and run this down to Ross and Luke, and we're gonna clean it up. Next step, you wanna get yourself some brake cleaner or degreaser, something of a similar sort of cleaning power. Somewhere to put your valve cover. So I'm gonna just pop it in this bucket. We just want to give it a good clean and just get the general oil stains off to start with. So if you're lucky like me, you've got access to a blasting cabinet, so we're going to get it in here and blast it off. I stopped doing the voiceover on the videos because it was very loud in the workshop. Not that I'm complaining, I'm very grateful for having the access to it from Ross and Luke. But yeah, it was just a bit easier now if I just do it on my mic. So as you can see, it is looking far better than it did before. I'm sweating my cock off down here. Also, don't judge me on my camera aim. It's quite hard to paint and aim the camera, so I kept having to check to see where I was actually aiming the camera. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using a heat gun, it isn't just to dry it so I can do another coat, but this is actually meant to be crinkle paint, but it doesn't seem to be crinkling in the slightest. Now, this isn't my first rodeo. I have done many crinkle painted rocker covers, so I'm not sure why this one just wouldn't crinkle. Now, it's quite nice to be able to highlight the different features of this valve cover, and yeah, I thought I'd just sand them away like I've done when I've done Honda ones, etc. But I obviously laid the paint on quite thick and it was taking a bit of time, and I'm in my garden and I've got my woodworking tools, and I thought actually I've just sharpened up my my chisel, so yeah, I've chiseled off and just used the blade to take it off, and yeah, it actually produced a really decent finished product, even if I did slip and put the chisel through the end of my thumb at the end of the video.
Unfortunately, due to time constraints, I had to get the valve cover back on, otherwise the vehicle wouldn't be ready when I needed to use it. As I said before, it should have been a crinkle paint, and it only crinkled on about 2% of the actual surface area. But next thing we're going to do is we're going to change out the gaskets. This is the part number for a 924 8 valve non-turbo, so should you need those part numbers, they're there. But essentially, clean the mating surfaces, put your new gaskets on, and then there's a couple of little rubber inserts that sit over the top of the camshafts as well. Last thing to do, put your oil cap on, and then yeah, inspect your work. Now, this isn't my finest work, and I know the video doesn't do it a great deal of justice, but it actually doesn't look too bad at all. Couple of little bits where I slipped with the chisel. As I say, I did put it through the end of my thumb. And then finally, you are going to run it up and just make sure you haven't got any oil leaking out the valve cover. So thanks for watching, and that is how you are going to restore your valve cover, and hopefully yours will look a bit better than mine did. Thanks for watching. Bye!